Hello everyone in the multiverse and beyond. This is your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, with an important video. You might have heard the news. MGM Studios has announced that they are rebooting the Child's Play franchise. That's right. Not the franchise itself, but MGM. In case you didn't know, MGM Studios owns the rights to the original Child's Play movie. And not only that, they own the rights to remaking that first movie and using any of the characters from that first movie that they want to, if they want to. So this has created a tremendous backlash on the internet. People are going crazy. Chucky fans everywhere are disgusted. They're upset. They're worried. They don't know what to think. And to me, I have to start out by saying that in case you didn't know, I am one of the biggest Child's Play and Chucky fans on the planet, in case you didn't know, all right? Chucky and the Child's Play franchise means so much to me. And I love each and every one of the Child's Play movies, every one of the Chucky movies. I think they're great. And I think everyone that's ever worked on a Chucky movie is really cool. They are amazing. They are talented. And, you know, how could you go wrong? Child's Play is such an amazing movie. All right? So, here's the thing. You know, I hate remakes. I do. I hate the idea of a remake. I hate remakes in general. You know, there's so many horrible remakes, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Dawn of the Dead and fucking Day of the Dead. Both of the remakes of that movie were horrible, paled in comparison to the originals. And oh, let me not get started on the god-awful Nightmare on Elm Street remake. And I don't blame Chucky fans for being scared when they hear that Child's Play is being rebooted. They get scared because they saw what happened in Nightmare on Elm Street. How they butchered the character of Freddy. How Freddy didn't even look like he used to in the old films. And they're scared. Chucky fans are legitimately scared that that is going to happen to their favorite doll. That somehow MGM is going to ruin the Chucky character in this reboot. But let me tell you something. This is not a remake. This is indeed a reboot of the Child's Play franchise. And there's a very, very good chance that the film may not feature any of the characters from the original movie, including Chucky. Because you see, Universal Studios owns the rights to making Child's Play sequels and the character Chucky. Right? Universal owns the rights to that stuff. All right? And a lot of people are upset because they want Universal to continue to control the Child's Play franchise. But the truth of the matter is Universal will get to continue to control the Child's Play franchise, or the Chucky franchise, okay? That is what separates the Child's Play reboot from all the other remakes that have come before it in the horror genre, okay? Is the fact that this Child's Play reboot is not going to stop the Universal Studios Child's Play Chucky movies, including the Child's Play TV show. The Chucky that we know and love, voiced by Brad Dourif, will continue in the Universal Pictures Chucky movies and the Child's Play TV series by Don Mancini. Nothing about this reboot at MGM Studios is going to change that. So every Chucky fan should be happy. You should be happy about this. You're going to have your cake and eat it too. This is the only franchise that is getting rebooted while the original continuity is still going with new movies. So, how much better do you get? I mean, imagine if we were still going to get Robert Englund Freddy movies alongside the crappy remake. Whatever. But if you are truly a Chucky fan, if you are truly a Child's Play fan, you've got to stop hating on this remake. You've got to start hoping that it's going to be good. You've got to hope that it's going to be good because you want it to be good. And I'm going to explain to you why I think this has the chance to be a really, really, really good movie. Okay? And I'll tell you, after that, I will tell you why I'm a little scared. I'll tell you why I'm scared, but first I'm going to tell you why I think this has the potential to be a great reboot. You have to understand, a lot of people who consider themselves to be big, hardcore Chucky fans, they grew up in the 90s. Maybe they were born in the 90s or even the 2000s after the millennium. After Chucky was already an established horror icon. So by the time they were born and grew up and found out about Chucky, Chucky was already in the cultural zeitgeist of Americana and the world at large. And what these Chucky fans do not realize is what it felt like to be alive when Child's Play, the original Child's Play, first came out. Excuse me. When the original Child's Play first came out and no one had seen the movie yet, you'd only seen the trailer, right? And you've only seen this poster. Look at this fucking poster. This is all you've seen of the movie. There was this eerie, scary, evil feeling you felt about this movie before you even saw it. Child's Play. Before you'd seen Child's Play, I was just a kid. I was just a kid before I saw the movie. And I remember seeing this VHS in the gas station or in the video store. And my imagination would run wild about what this movie could be about. With this evil little scary doll. In this movie haunted you before you even saw the movie. So going into it, you had no idea what to expect other than all the scary shit you've been imagining in your mind after seeing this evil doll and this poster and seeing the trailers. You didn't know what to expect. And the original Child's Play is genius. It is a stroke of genius, okay? The original Child's Play is such an amazing movie. And that feeling of that original movie, how scary that movie was. It was before Chucky became this running gag, before he became the comic relief. Sure, Chucky had a few funny lines in the original Child's Play. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that, okay? There's a little bit of comedy in the original Child's Play. But that's part of who the Chucky character is. All right? But before Chucky became a phenomenon, Child's Play was the phenomenon. Okay? And that's what separates me from some other Chucky fans. Is that I was 6 years old when Child's Play came out. Okay? The same age as Andy. In the movie, I was around the same age. I can't remember exactly how old I was when the movie came out, but I was at the same age as the kid in the movie. All right? And that's something you had to be there to experience. And then you see this movie, and there isn't a Child's Play 2 or a Child's Play 3 yet. There isn't a Bride of Chucky or a Seed of Chucky or a Curse of Chucky or a Cult of Chucky. None of that exists yet. It's only Child's Play 1. It was a scary fucking movie. It wasn't funny. It was nightmare shit. It was horrifying. And it was amazing. The special effects were groundbreaking, okay? For the budget this movie had, Kevin Yeager made groundbreaking special effects. And the beautiful part is, that Chucky that you know and love will continue with Universal Pictures. And there's a good chance the Child's Play reboot will not even have the Chucky character at all. At all. They will have a killer doll, but perhaps its name will not be Chucky, and it will probably not look like the good guy doll of the Chucky that you see in Universal Studios Chucky. So, I'm pretty sure that the producers of the Child's Play reboot are trying to recreate the excitement surrounding the original movie. When the original movie came out, they are trying to recapture the horror that this movie created in 1988. Child's Play, the reboot, it has the potential to make Child's Play scary again, okay? It's like I said, I'm a Child's Play fan. I was a Child's Play fan before I was a Chucky fan, okay? You become a Chucky fan when you see Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3. You become a Chucky fan because those movies are amazing. Don Mancini did a great job with Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3. He turned us all into Chucky fans with Bride of Chucky, okay? And this is nothing against Don Mancini. I understand his feathers are a little ruffled by this reboot because the Chucky franchise is his lifeblood and he has dedicated so much of his life to this movie and this franchise. But the thing, like I already said, the reboot is not in conflict with the Chucky we know and love. So let's just get excited about the fact that we are going to get a horrifying, scary killer doll movie again. And yes, it's the 21st century, so they're going to make the good guy doll more advanced than in the 80s. Because this Child's Play reboot does not take place in the 80s. It takes place in modern day. So the good guy doll, it's going to be walking and talking on its own and be creepy and scary on its own before you find out that it's even possessed by the soul of a serial killer. And for all we know, it might not be about a doll possessed by anything. It could be just AI malfunctioning or something else, okay? We don't know, and that is what is exciting about this movie. So please, if you are a Child's Play fan and if you are a Chucky fan, stop attacking the Child's Play reboot. Because if anything, the reboot is going to get Universal to say, hey, there's interest in Chucky again. if the reboot is a success, maybe Universal will start telling, hey, maybe we should make Don Mancini make some new Chucky movies and put them in theaters again. So it's not just direct to video, but we start getting Chucky movies with a bigger budget again, because Universal now realizes that the Child's Play property is viable in the cinema. So you have to at least support the reboot until you get any evidence that it's not going to be good. Go see the movie. Wait till it comes out and then judge it. Don't judge it now and say it's going to suck and it's terrible and it's going to fail. That's not being a Child's Play fan. I know the Chucky fan in you does not want anybody to disrespect the Chucky character that you know and love, but I seriously doubt that they are going to do that. Okay, I think this film is going to create its own mythos separate than the Chucky character from the original. All right? So we might get a whole new character. A whole new character that is the killer doll. Its name probably won't be Chucky at all. So until you find out for sure what is going to be in this reboot, stop judging this movie. Stop shitting on this movie. Because you're not stopping this movie from being produced. You're not going to stop this movie from being produced, okay? So why? You're getting a new Child's Play. Why would you want it to suck? Why would you want it to be bad? Why are you making these negative predictions? Just because you've seen some bad remakes like Nightmare on Elm Street in the past? There have been good remakes. Okay, great remakes like The Thing and The Blob and Hills Have Eyes. Fuck, even the Halloween remakes by Rob Zombie are not that bad. The original Halloween remake. Part 2 is a little... But the moral of the story is this new Child's Play reboot is not going to affect the Universal Studios Chucky franchises in any negative way. It can only affect it in a positive way. So please stay positive. If you grew up with Chucky, stay positive about this reboot. All right? It's not going to take anything away from Don Mancini. It's not going to take away anything from what him and Universal Studios and all the talented people over there are doing, okay? And sure, I'm a little scared that it might be all computer generated, that the doll in this movie will be computer generated. But then I realized that MGM Studios is going to give this movie a good budget. Probably the biggest budget a Chucky movie has had, or a Child's Play movie has had, since the original. And even if they don't use animatronics, look at the Planet of the Apes movies. Look at the computer-generated effects in the Planet of the Apes movies. They're so realistic that I truly do believe that perhaps they could create a computer-generated doll and make it look realistic. Like, it actually wouldn't suck, that they could do it good. Because I've seen people do it good in Planet of the Apes. So why not do it for fucking Chucky? This is the Child's Play reboot. This is huge. And it's being done by the people who brought us the It remake. The first It movie to hit cinemas. Alright? And I don't care what you think about that movie. I think they did a great job with that movie. And it looks like they're trying to do something similar with Child's Play. And it's not just Andy knowing about the doll being alive this time. It's a whole group of kids. He tries to convince his group of friends that his doll is alive. So we'll see. Will it recapture the spirit of the Child's Play movies? Because if you think about it, that spirit has been lost along the way in the Chucky franchise. Because in the original Child's Play, and in Child's Play 2 and in Child's Play 3, the whole plot of the movies were the kid knows Chucky's real, but no one believes the kid. Like, that was the gag of the first movie, the second movie, and the third movie. And that's a great gag. That's a great gimmick. There's nothing better in a horror movie than when the kid knows what's really going on and none of the adults believe the kid. And then the adults that don't believe him start getting killed off one by one by the very thing they don't believe in until they see it with their own eyes. And Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and all those other Chucky movies kind of lost that aspect. And I hope they focus on that again in the reboot. So I am being cautiously optimistic because right now I have no evidence to tell me that this movie's going to suck. All right? So I'm not going to have a bias against it until I learn some more facts about this movie, and then I will tell you my opinion when those facts are revealed. When we get a look at a first trailer, when we get some casting news, when we get a plot synopsis, when we see the first trailer, then I will come back and tell you my updated opinion on this movie. So as a Chucky fan and as a Child's Play fan, I support the reboot. Even though I hate remakes and I hate reboots, I still, as a Child's Play fan, a fan of the original Child's Play, I have to support this movie and hope that it's going to recapture the spirit and essence of what it felt like when that first movie came out. Because that was before Chucky was a big name. It was before Chucky was the hero. Chucky was still the bad guy at that point, okay? And the kids born today do not experience that. Because they grow up seeing Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3 and Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. And Chucky turns into this joke. Alright? And I don't care. I love that as a Chucky fan. That's what I love about the Chucky character. I love his humor. And that's why I'm glad that humor is going to continue with Don Mancini's work at Universal, making new Chucky movies and new Chucky the Child's Play TV series. So you're going to have your cake and eat it too. So make sure to hope that the cake's going to taste good. We know the Child's Play TV series is going to be good. We know the next Chucky movie by Don Mancini is going to be good. So let's hope the reboot is going to be good too. Why hope otherwise? As a Child's Play fan, why hope otherwise? Let's hope it's going to be scary as fuck. Let's hope it's going to bring the concept to the next level and bring it into the 21st century in a way that haunts the lives and the nightmares of the new generation of kids. All right? So that it's not just about Chucky and his sense of humor and all this funny shit, but it's actually about the terror of a child's plaything coming to life and killing. So whether it be a possessed doll or whether it be an AI malfunctioning, whatever the case may be, we don't know what the case is yet. The only people that know are the people that wrote the movie, that are producing the movie, and the upcoming cast of the movie. We're getting a Child's Play remake in 2019, a new fucking Child's Play movie in theaters. You got to be excited, not demoralized. Stop hating on this remake. And share this video with other Chucky fans and tell them stop hating on the reboot. Like I said, the success of the reboot could help Don Mancini get more funding for his Chucky stuff, because Universal Studios will say, hey, the Child's Play franchise is viable, so come on, y'all, let's support this. You know, they're not taking over Chucky. They're not stopping Chucky by making this reboot. They're literally trying to recapture the feeling of horror that the original Child's Play had upon its release. And that's something to be excited about. Because if this movie turns out to be good, and it turns out to be scary as fuck, there's a chance it could surpass the original. Alright? And that's coming from one of the biggest Child's Play and Chucky fans on the planet. So I want to be optimistic, okay? I'm not going to be pessimistic about it. I'm not going to hate on it. And I love the entire cast of all the Child's Play movies, all the Chucky movies. Everyone like Kevin Yeager, and Tony Gardner, Don Mancini, everybody that's ever worked on a Chucky movie. I love them all and appreciate their work, and I respect them all. But this Chucky Child's Play civil war in the community, where people are hating on this reboot, it has to stop. Alright? Let's support it until they give us a reason to hate it. Alright? If it turns out to be a shitty movie, then we can hate it. But until then, let's hope it turns out to be good. Because the only thing that can come from it being good is more good things. Okay? So stay tuned. I will do a reaction when more news on this is revealed. So what do you think? What do you think about Child's Play? Were you alive when the original Child's Play came out? I mean, I was, okay? And I remember when Child's Play was the only Chucky movie out. Alright? And it was scary as fuck. Before you even saw the movie. Look at this shit. Imagine being a little kid and seeing this shit in the VHS store, in the video store, and fucking imagining all the horrible shit that this little killer doll is gonna do in this movie. Alright? We gotta hope that this reboot is gonna inspire that same fear in a new generation. Because this reboot is not about Chucky. It's about Child's Play, okay? It's about fucking what the first movie was all about. The essence of that original movie. Okay? The original Child's Play is not all about Chucky. Right? The other movies might be all about Chucky, and that's fine. That's great. They're Chucky movies. That's great. This is going to be a Child's Play movie. And as a fan of Child's Play, the original and Child's Play 2 and 3, I have to embrace this movie. Look, I'm a big fan. I cheered out loud when I watched Cult of Chucky. I love what Don Mancini's doing, but he's going to continue to do it. So don't be upset. Alright? Make sure to share this video and think positive, y'all. Let's hope for the best. Because as Child's Play fans, we do not want this reboot to suck. So let's stop cursing it, okay? Let's not put a voodoo curse on this movie. If we're going to put any voodoo curses on this movie, let's hope that it succeeds. Because only good things can come of it succeeding. So I hope you understand a little bit more about my opinion on this movie and why you should think positive about this reboot. I'm your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, and I will see you next video. Bye-bye.